Well, welcome back, Yellow Army, to another interview here on official TUFC TV. And as you can see, I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Scott Boden. Scott, welcome to Plainmoor.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, how are you settling into things down here on the English Riviera?
Yeah, now settled in pretty well, to be honest. It seems a really good group of lads as well. So that makes you obviously your transition and your settling in period a lot easier. So yeah, it's been good.
What are your first impressions of your new teammates, the goals management, and the club as a whole?
I mean, I've played against the club quite a few times, to be fair. So obviously, I've been aware of the club, and it is a relatively big club, to be honest, for where it's been in the past few years. It's a really big club, so that I kind of knew of. The players, I didn't get to play against them this season due to suspension, but played against them obviously last year, and seeing them the past week, 10 days in training, they're a very bright group of lads and very sharp and direct as in not booting it direct, but as in direct. They want to get the ball forward. They want to run fast. They want to get the ball forward quick and be attacking. From what I've personally witnessed. So that's the players, and then the management. I've never come across the manager before personally, as in to play under him. So that's kind of all new to me with a manager, but he's come across brilliant the past week to 10 days, and probably prior to that, to be honest, to get this deal done. In all honesty, it wasn't the easiest of things to get done. And Downsy, I've known Downsy for a long time. I used to play with Downsy when I was probably 17, 18, up to 21, 22. So I know Downsy quite well, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously Aaron Downsy, as you mentioned, has been a popular figure at both Chesterfield and Torquay, having long associations with both clubs. Are there any other players, your new teammates, that you've played with at previous clubs? I think Gary Wong was with you up in Scotland, wasn't
he? Yeah, just Gaz. That's the only one, to my knowledge, just Gaz. Obviously Fraser, but Fraser's gone the other way. I was with him at Gateshead, but just Gary, yeah, just from Inverness. He's done some travelling, Inverness to Torquay. So, but yeah, no, just Gaz. Yeah, everyone else is a new face. So,
yeah, he certainly has done. What was that like playing in the Scottish top flight?
It was an experience. It was an experience what I couldn't turn down at the time. That's kind of why I went up. I agreed a deal of 3 years and ended up staying 1 year. So realistically, hindsight, it probably wasn't the best move personally. I should have probably stayed in England, but it was an experience what I couldn't turn down at the time. I felt, and it was a really good experience. Like the life up there is totally different way of life to down here. I'll be honest. I mean, me and my partner were going back this summer to get married up there, so it did suck us in as in the life. It was just, it was probably the wrong timing of the football for myself to go up there. Yeah.
Now, obviously, you've arrived at Torquay United, and the Yellow Army are delighted to have you on board the Good Ship Goals. And you've scored goals wherever you've been, including against us last season, I believe, for Chesterfield. Now, any of the Yellow Army that haven't seen you in action yet, how would you describe what you're all about and what they can expect to see out of you when you're out there on the pitch?
I'm probably throughout my career been best described as like a fox in the box type of player. I'll come alive in the box. A lot of my goals probably, I haven't scored many from outside the 18-yard box, if I'm being honest. I'm not going to probably pick it up 20, 35 yards out and bang one in the top bin. I have scored goals from there. I'm underselling myself a little bit. I have scored goals from outside the 18-yard box, but a lot of my work is probably in the right place, the right time. And it's one of them things probably where you do it that often, it just becomes a little bit natural to you that the ball just drops and you kind of just find yourself in a position to put it in the back of the net. And I know we've got players in this team who will put balls in certain areas where hopefully I'll be to notch a few, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the team certainly created plenty of chances, scored a lot of goals so far this season, so that sounds like just what we're after. Now, you're clearly also a hard-working player. You made your debut in the side as a sub against Solihull Moors last Tuesday. That's quite an eventful 15 minutes, going on 25 minutes as it was. You certainly played your part, and it was all hands to the pump in those last few minutes, getting those 3 points, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and to be honest, it was great to get on the pitch. It's felt like a long time since I've got on the pitch. To be fair, which it has. To be fair, it's been 3 months, I think it would have been. So to just get, it sounds daft, but even just warming up and being a part of the changing room again and being in an environment of there's a match going on here. It was everything about it. Even at my age, like you miss that so much. If you're not involved in it, you do miss it so much. And it was good to be a part of that. And like you say, the last thing that, to be fair, the gaffer said to me before I went on, he went, just get some fitness out of it. So I just tried to, I'll be honest, I just tried to run around for as much as I could for that 15, 20, 25 minutes, whatever it was. And I'd like to think I did. So, but no, it was like you say, it was backs against the wall, and it was probably a good game to come on into for it to be my first appearance, as weird as that kind of sounds, as in your back's against the wall and it's just about gritting your teeth and getting to that final whistle, which thankfully we did, and we got the 3 points away. Yeah.
Scott, you're obviously a very experienced forward, but yeah, you seem genuinely really excited to be here and to be playing a part in Talking United season.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I mean, when I went back to obviously my previous club, Chesterfield, it is kind of my local team, and it's a team I've been affiliated with for 7 or 8 seasons all in. But for how it's kind of obviously had ended and petered away, kind of thing, the buzz of wanting to be back somewhere where you wanted and to play football again, and like I say, especially at my age, like 31, you want to play football. You don't want to be. What's a good way to probably put it without it sounding bad? You don't want to be on the shelf. You don't want to be an outcast, and because there's no reason for that as well. So you want to be playing football and enjoying yourself and have a smile on your face. Because at 31, let's be honest, you're not 21. So no, and there's no better place to have come. So that's kind of the top and bottom of this move. Yeah.
Well, with your scoring record, Scott, you're certainly come to the right place. Now, with it getting very tight at the top of the National League at the moment, we're going to be welcoming third-placed Hartlepool to Plainmoor on Saturday. It promises to be another intriguing encounter. They all seem big fixtures at the moment. Now, there's obviously a lot riding on this fixture, but these are the games that you want to be involved in, aren't they?
Yeah, no, definitely. I couldn't have come at a better time, I'll be honest, because it's a good run of fixtures. We've got a lot of Saturday, Tuesdays as well. So, and for this to kind of, I mean, I came the Monday and then Solihull with my Tuesday game. So for me personally, it's nice to have had kind of, as weird as it sounds, last weekend to kind of get a grips of the place and the players. And I've had 10 days to kind of bed in. So obviously it's whatever the manager sees fit for Saturday, but I've done my extra bits and bobs to try and get up to a certain fitness level to be selected to play. So obviously that's up to the manager, and now I'm, like I said, I'm chomping at the bit to get going. Yeah.
It's also nice that you've got those 2 home fixtures back to back on Saturday and Tuesday for you to get used to your new home stadium. Yeah,
no, you're right. Like I say, I think, to be fair, the last time I played at Torquay away, I don't know if it was in a friendly for Newport. I'm not sure. I was on the bench. I think it's on the bench last season. I didn't get on. I think the last time I played there was Torquay in a friendly, and I scored twice. So hopefully that carries on. So yeah.
Yeah, you've scored enough times against us, Scott. So it's now time to score for us. I think it's only fair.
Hopefully, mate. Yeah, hopefully that's what I'm hoping for.
Now, with promotion being the ultimate aim for the club this season, and of course you've played in League Two many times before, are your own personal ambitions in line with that as well? You know, wanting to prove yourself back in the Football League again?
I think you've always got something to prove, regardless of your age, what you've done in the past. It's always the future anyway. It's not so much what you've done in the past. Your past is your history, really. It's what you want to do in the future anyway. And it's the here and now what will get you to your future. So it's probably stereotypical of me to say it's game by game from now to the end of the season, and hopefully, touch wood, we are up there where we currently sit. Like you say, it is getting tighter, and it has got unbelievably tight, actually, to be fair. But obviously the job at hand is concentrate on ourselves, and that is the key to from now to the end of May.
And finally, Scott, have you set yourself any personal targets in the final 3 months of the season?
Come in and do the best job I can, to be honest. Obviously, I've come in. Let's not shy away from the fact I've probably come in to score goals. So that's what obviously I'm coming down here to do. And I know the team create a hell of a lot of chances, and if I can be in the right place at the right time and them chances are created, I'd back myself to put the ball in the back of the net. And that's what, like I say, that's what I will put pressure on myself to do. And I don't mind that pressure. I like that pressure. So hopefully it'll bring out the best in me as well.
Brilliant, Scott. Well, it's been great catching up with you. Thanks for taking time out of your day to have a chat with us and that. And we certainly, I know that I'm talking on behalf of the whole Yellow Army. We can't wait to see you back in action, hopefully over the next coming home games.
Yeah, nice one. Cheers, Don. Thank you, mate.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Scott. And thank you very much, Yellow Army, for watching in on us again. And we look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon.